Kazakhstan, Medit Urazbekov. And up against him, representing Georgia, Levani Pogosiani.
And we are up and running with the World Championship semi-final starting in the 55 division. The arm wrestling today has been absolutely unbelievable all the way through. We are down to 3 people in each category. We have the 2 semi-finalists, each having suffered a loss in the qualifiers, and there is one person waiting for the winner of this match in the final. Urazbekov of Kazakhstan to the right, or Pogosiani of Georgia. These are great, great arm wrestling nations. And just seeing them up against each other at the table, there's so much prestige, there's so much against them. We have Bayram Kulov of Russia waiting for one of them in the final. And there's a start. And it is a win for Pogosiani.
Levani. And against her, representing Bulgaria, Dimitrina Dimitrova.
Karamanova and Dimitrova in the 55. And we have Tatiana Verina waiting for one of them in the final. She's undefeated through here, and Karamanova stands to make it an all-Kazakh final, which, when you have that happen in the open division, it is an incredible signal and sign of dominance in the category. If you get both your athletes, you're only allowed 2 athletes from one nation in a category, and if you get those 2 into the final, that is a success just beyond description for an arm wrestling nation. Quick hit from Dimitrova, and she's given an elbow foul as her elbow comes off in the hit. Back up again. And we have a slip out to the straps. And you see Karamanova just waiting, and they are just so relaxed waiting for this, and you'll just see the focus and intensity go up as the straps are completed and they start loading up, finding their angles for the start again. These seconds beforehand, it is really a trick of the trade to try and conserve energy while the straps are being applied. Grip up against, and you see Karamanova pistoling forward with her hand there. So going to be a, oh, and look at that strength in the straps, and it is Karamanova.
Karamanova through to the final. We are on to the men's 65. The men's 65 kilo. To the table, representing Russia, Irbek Kubayev. Up against him, representing Kazakhstan, Vali Farajov.
Well, Karamanova in the last semi-final made it an all-Kazakh final by defeating Dimitrova and joining Verina in the final at the final table later on this evening. And Khubayev has the opportunity to do the same thing. He has Oleg Cherkasov waiting in the final. Farajov, however, is right there in his way, wanting to stop that. Kazakh team overall has looked incredible this year. Shoulder squared into the table. And it's the straps out, and Farajov, to be honest, had the upper hand there. And Khubayev dominated, had his hand under and ran away from that, but not clearly enough to make it intentional. And before the referees award a foul for a slip out, they want to be very, very sure that somebody was really running from it. See that situation again. And there's a slip out again, and Khubayev is really pulling out of it. He's lucky to get the straps there. So we're in the straps, and it's the referee's grip. Shoulders squared in. And it's a parallel pin. It's in the middle of the table. And there is a foul for Khubayev. Pulling out. And the reason that's not a pin is because it's not over to either side. It's not over to either side. It's just straight down to the middle of the table. And even though it is below the height of the pin pad, you need to be over on your side to make it a win. And they were just extending backwards, forcing themselves downwards towards the middle of the table. It was, however, Farajov's hand on top, so this is what it's all about. You've got to force your opponent's hand to where he doesn't want it to go, and one thing is down and the other is to the side. Straps down. Thumbs down, shoulders squared in. Fingers down there, fingers down there. And again, and again, and again. Was that an elbow foul come off? He's off at the back. And there is a foul for Karajov. It's a coincidental foul. It's coincidental, both elbows outside the pads, and they are very evenly matched in strength, and they do prefer going inside, both of them. Lets them out for a moment. Looking for a bit of advice from the other side. And after a stop in the match, they have the right to have the straps reapplied. So here it goes again. Straps are on. Referee's grip to come down. And up again, up again. Elbow still on the back. And there it is, finally, a pin.
Wali Farajov is through to the final. And we are on to the women's 60 kilo. We are on to the women's 60 kilos. Coming to the table. And against her, representing Slovakia, Lucia Debnarova.
Two power arm wrestlers in there. Debnarova, well known, well recognized. Slyszewskaja has been around the division for a while as well. By no means as long as Debnarova is really an established, well-known world athlete in arm wrestling. One would say she's slightly past her peak. She's been a little bit better a few years ago. But she is so strong, there's just no ignoring her, and Slyszewskaja has got her work cut out for her. Fia Racek, the reigning world champion, waiting in the final. Stopping mid-table, and Slyszewskaja is going to be fouled for that. There is a foul for Slyszewskaja. Could have given that to the elbow or to the intentional slip out, trying to get away from Debnarova's grip. Debnarova looking so strong as she takes a little walk around stage, coming back to the table. See that again, and you see Slyszewskaja pulling away from there. Debnarova pointing out the obvious. There's the Swedish master referee presiding at the table, Camilla Kättström, member of the World Federation's referee panel. And there's the call for the referee's grip. They don't agree, so there's the call for the referee's grip. And that means the referee gets to decide how the fingers go. Mid-table again, and this time Debnarova avoiding the grip. And there's very correctly a foul to her, so a foul for Debnarova and a foul for Slyszewskaja. One each then. More or less the same thing actually, they both avoiding grip, although Slyszewskaja did it by way of pulling her elbow out as well. Yep. If you don't try to arm wrestle and you're just trying to get out of the grip, that will get you a foul. And we're off again. And out come the straps. So we're both in referee's grip and in the straps. Krzyzewska waiting by the table, and Debnarova taking a bit of extra time to choke up, and there they are, back in at the table. Debnarova not very happy with how the straps are coming down. Now, that is not something really she gets a vote on, really. She does get to ask for the strap lowered on her arm, up or down, within reason. But as for placing the hands, especially in the referee's grip, that is entirely up to the referees. Fingers closed down, and there we go, mid-table, and look at the struggle there. Krzyzewska powering over to her side, and that is a pin.
Olga Krzyzewska to the win. And we are on to the 75 kilo. We are on to the 75 kilos. Coming to the table, representing Kazakhstan, the King of Speed, Magzan Shamyev. And up against him, representing Georgia, Betkili Oniani.
Oniani out of the junior division and up in the semifinal again, but he is up against a rocket of an arm wrestler, Magzan Shamyev. Is so quick. And when I say quick, I don't mean just reaction-wise. I mean there is everything at once in his hit. Krasovskis, Vladislavs of Latvia is waiting for one of them in the final, undefeated. So obviously, Shamyev has taken a loss. So is Oniani. One of them gets to try again. Let's try and decide who. Straightening it out. Looking at Oniani, not masking that he's intending to go on inside in a way. I don't think Shamyev really minds going inside, to be honest, so it's going to be right inside. That's a warning for a false start. Oniani way in over the table. Bam! Into a hook, and there it is. Oh, it's going to be power from here. Shamyev working it. Oniani holding on. Oh, look at that. Just dead center. Right in the middle. There we are. And it becomes a waiting game. And don't believe there's no tension there. There's a lot of tension there. They're just waiting for a breath, waiting for a little opening in the other man's lock. And there, believe me, there are no openings known to man in any of these locks. It's just going to have to be power all the way through. Oniani hits once, twice. Shamyev tries. Oniani tries. Taking turns at hitting. Right in the middle. I'd say that's as deadlocked in the middle of a deep hook match as you could possibly be. Somebody, oh, there's Shamyev pulling in with his back. Oh, Shamyev's elbow comes off the pad. Oniani looking, or maybe it wasn't off. It did lift the pressure off, but it maybe kept the connection still. I don't want to see that again. There is an elbow. There it came off. I saw air in between. Shamiev fouled for that. One warning and one foul for Shamiev. One warning for false start. Oh, and this is such an even match. This is such incredible arm wrestling right there. Two arm wrestlers really loving the inside, stopping up, and that's really where moving back and forward, lifting the pressure off, but see him just lifting his elbow clear off the pad, repositioning in, and that is the foul. Oh, yep, there we go. And Oniani, if he can just stand against the hit now, he is in an excellent position to just wait for another mistake from Shamiev. Shamiev has a warning for false start. All he needs is one more warning, one more little mistake, and he's gone. Oh, bam, right in there. Oniani hitting, Shamiev hitting. Second foul for Shamiev, and Oniani called the winner. And that is such a shame. But it was deadlocked in the middle, and it was forcibly decided by mistakes.
Evgeny Oniani through to the finals. We are on to the women's 70 kilo. The women's 70 kilos. Up to the table, representing Hungary, Ivanfi Brigita. And up against her, representing Kazakhstan, Tatyana Trubina.
Brigita Ivanfi, the Masters arm wrestler now, or in the 70 kilo. Incredible hand, incredibly strong. And Trubina, I'm going to guess by the name that she is related to Dmitry Trubin. And if she is, then she is just genetically extremely strong. Gabriela Vasconcelos of Brazil, waiting undefeated in the final for one of them. And I'm not sure which one has the best shot at doing anything about the amazing Brazilian. As a warning for a false start for Ivanfi. A warning for a false start. Back in at the table. And there's the call for the referee's grip. There's the call for the referee's grip. Referee checking how they want their thumbs placed because they don't get to change that. It's a lot of pressure pulling a World Championship semi-final in front of a home crowd, and especially with the sort of performance that Ivanfi has behind her. I'm sure almost everybody's expecting. Close down, and there's an elbow foul for Ivanfi, and Ivanfi has an elbow foul and a warning now. Very clearly looking for a strap. Very clearly running away from the grip. And is still in the referee's grip. Fingers down. And it's again, and this time Ivanfi disciplines herself slightly. Still not trying to hold on very much, but gets the strap this time. Slightly more of a disguise.
It will work the body composition together with the double control. Yes.
And I will mention that at the awards.
Yep.
I spoke to your friend. So straps are on, referee's grip. There we are, close down, and there we go. Ooh, look at the power, and there's not an expression on that face.
Tatiana Trubina through to the final. We are on to the men's 80 kilo. The men's 80 kilo, representing Kazakhstan to the table, Alizan Muratov. And against him, representing Georgia, Zurab Tamberidze.
And when you're looking at the starting this earlier this morning before the qualifiers, there's just really no guessing in any category how things are going to go. There's just such an incredible amount of arm wrestlers in these categories that are at an unbelievable level, and it's just basically who's best on the day, and not only on the day, in that very moment when you're at it, when the referee says go, and there are so many men in each category and women in each category who could really blink of an eye win a match against somebody who thought they were world champion material. Just looking for a grip again. Tavberidze looking for his high hook in there. Nice, big, comfortable grip for that. Straps come out. And I would say that Muratov bailed out of that, but obviously a little bit. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Tavberidze's wrist that gave way. Tavberidze's wrist gave way and slipped out. Oh, and that is so much power up towards those fingers by Muratov. Forces Tavberidze out of the inside, and Tavberidze just lets it go all the way and slips out, going for the straps. Squared in again. Oh, that power up towards the fingers from Muratov. And Tavberidze heading inside. Muratov working those fingers upwards. But Tavberidze has the straps to work with there. And there it is all the way down. And Tavberidze is through to the finals.
Zurab Avberidze goes through to the finals. And we are in the women's 80 kilo. We are in the women's 80 kilos. Coming to the table, representing Ukraine, Irina Roshashenka.
Samotoy Lisanskaya to the semi-final table. And Egle Vaitkuti, the superstar of Lithuania, waiting in the final for one of them. Lisanskaya has actually beaten Vaitkuti a year or so ago. Hasn't happened today, though. Lisanskaya just has to get past Samotoy here to get another attempt at Vaitkute. There's the call for the referee's grip. Shoulders in. Checking that they both want their thumbs covered by their fingers. And straight to a slip out, mid-table. I don't know if Samotoy has been close to upsetting Lisanskaya before. It's not much to tell from that slip out, really. It's just mid-table, both hands give a little bit away. And the straps are out, tying them together. Just look at the eyes on Lisanskaya and that slip out, the intensity. Looks like Samotoy is just a moment earlier off. Fingers closed down again. Lisanskaya hitting once, twice. There we are. It's all the way down there. Took the third hit, but there it is.
Antonina Lisanskaya through to the final. We are in the men's 90 kilo. In the men's 90 kilo. Coming to the table, representing Russia, Alan Makiev. And up against him.
Zaranov, Aradinov, Ivan Matyushenko of Russia, undefeated, waiting in the final. Just keep amazing myself. Just as I read and say the names, just how amazing it is to see all these arm wrestlers gathered and the categories stacked to this level. That enormous hit from Zaranov and Alidinov just holding on to it, not letting go. He shifted 10, 15 centimeters sideways, but then it's his turn and it slips out. Tighten down. Let's try again. Oh, look at that slam in the straps.
Georgi Zaranov is through to the final. And we are on to the 110 kilos, the 110 kilo. And we have, representing Russia, ARMWRESTLING. And representing Georgia. Serekaev, undefeated to the Karamanova, and undefeated to the final table, also representing Kazakhstan, Tatyana Verina.
Verina came in undefeated, and I don't think Karamanova can do anything about it now. Unless Verina decides to make it an all-day party with her teammate and let her into the game, but it's a bit of a prestige letting. Let's look at Verina's forearm there. This is a woman at 55 kilos weight, and that forearm is simply scary. Referee's grip called. Thumb down. Quick slip out. Mid-table, no attempt to hold on from any of them, and we'll strap them together. Tighten down, and surely this is going to go Verina's way in the straps with all that power right there. Oh yes, there we are. Oh no, Karamanova's right there, getting some brakes on. Was that a pin? Yes, it was a pin, and there we are.
Tatyana Verina takes the championship title. We are on to the men's 65 kilo final. The men's 65 kilo final. Coming with one loss in the qualifiers by way of the semi-final, representing Kazakhstan, Vali Farajo. And undefeated to the final table, representing Russia, Oleg Cherkasov.
Cherkasov calmly stepping up to the table. Farajo with a bit of a battle with Khobayev in the semis, which Cherkasov didn't have to do due to the simple fact that nobody forced him. And that is arm wrestling. It's all about not having your arm forced down. Referee calls them back in. Slip out to the straps. You see Farajov just tipping forward and allowing that slip out there. And it's not Cherkasov's hands giving way by any means at all. Look, Cherkasov holding on. Oh, look at that. That is just one size too big. Cherkasov.
Oleg Cherkasov takes the world title. We move on to the women's 60 kilo final. The women's 60 kilo final. With one loss in the qualifiers, coming by the way of the semi-final, representing the Kingdom of Sweden, Victoria Karlsson. In the qualifiers, coming by way of the semi-final, representing Moldova, Sweden, Fia Reise.
Fia Reisek, undefeated, the ever happy, ever pleasant mother, 32 years of age. Steps up and looks, as always, just before a match, ever focused, cracked normally into a smile after them, but before a match, it's stone-faced Reisek. Shoulder in. And it's a slip out to the straps. Reisek really favors pulling in straps. So escaping out of there with a slip is really not an extremely clever idea because, well, mind you might not have a choice. Shlishevskaya getting away from race 6 offense. Here we are, back on. Pia Racek, a cousin of the 11 times world champion Heidi Anderson. But for now in Sweden, Pia Racek has taken over the Queen's crown. Racek slams down in an explosion, and that's it.
Pia Racek is the world champion. And we are back to the rematch of the men's 70. The rematch of the men's 70 with 1 win each. Welcome back to the table, Mindaugas Tarasaitis and Daniel Prokopchuk. By the way of a loss of the undefeated to the final table, representing Brazil, Gabriela Vasconcelos.
Vasconcelos signaling she wants the platform raised. She is so strong. You get the impression that Trubina also knows how strong Vasconcelos is. It doesn't mean she's not going to have a go. But you don't get an air of confidence around her, do you? Vasconcelos slams over for the pin, and it's all over.
Gabriela Vasconcelos takes the world championship title with a slam. We are back to the rematch of the 75 kilo. The rematch of the 75 kilo with 1 win each. Welcome back to the table, Krasovskis, Vladislavs, and Bekili Oniani. And undefeated, representing Russia, Irina Makieva. And undefeated to the final table at 18 years of age, representing Kazakhstan, Oksana Pizmenaya.
Now, I didn't see any of this in the qualifiers, but I do wish I had. Pizmenaya is undefeated, 18 years of old. That 18 years of age, that means she has beaten Makieva somewhere in the qualifiers, and that is just remarkable. I would say beyond remarkable. Irina Makeyeva's winning has been something that everybody's just assumed for the last 5 years. And there's the referee's grip as well. And Oksana Pisminaya has, from what it looks like now, changed that. And unless there was some unexplainable factor in the qualifiers, we're about to see. That's a foul. False start in the referee's grip. False start in the referee's grip. That is a foul. Pisminaya holding Makeyeva like that. That is incredible. That is unbelievable. Look at that. Look at that. That is unbelievable.
Oksana Pisminaya, the world champion at 18 years of age, defeating Irina Makeyeva. We move on to the men's 85 kilos. The men's 85 kilo. With one loss in the qualifiers, coming by the way of the semifinals, representing Bulgaria, Stefan Lengaro. Undefeated in the qualifiers. Representing Lithuania, Egle Vaikute.
Lisanskaya has shifted Vaikute before, and she has beaten her. And if there's anybody in the world who's capable of doing anything against the icon of Lithuania, it is Lisanskaya. Extremely powerful plus category in the ladies. Also a larger category than many years before. Women's arm wrestling is evolving and growing everywhere. Slip out to the straps. And tying them back together. Making it even more about power than without the straps. Straps are on. Now let's settle in. We are straightening wrists. Lisanskaya hitting. And Vaikute not looking like she's doing anything about it. She's just lost position, and there it is. Lisanskaya forces a rematch.
Antonina Lisanskaya forces a rematch.
Lisanskaya about to again pressure White Gute. She has beaten her and might very well be on track to doing it again. And the question is White Gute already thinking about the right hand and getting back there, or is she in this with her head to defend against Lisanskaya's left? To the straps. Straps are being tied down. A few years ago it was changed to a different way of applying the same strap, which equalizes it much more now. It's not much of an advantage or disadvantage in any direction. Oh, Lisanska's Kaya powers on. And Egla's only defending, not doing anything proactively, has lost it entirely, and there's not much she can do so, but she's not doing anything. She's just holding about, maybe just hoping that Lisanskaya will expire. And Lisanskaya turns it around and takes the title.
Lisanskaya turns it around and takes the championship title. We are in the men's 100, the men's 100 kilos, with one loss in the qualifiers. Coming by the way of this semifinal, representing Kazakhstan, Georgi Zerano. Undefeated to the final table, representing Russia, Ivan Matyushenko.
Zeranov looked very impressive against Alidinov in the semifinals. Matyushenko, though, without a loss, and he's about to show us why he is there. Matyushenko on the inside likes being there. And Zeranov is making life very difficult for him at the moment. There's pressure coming on. But this is so tight. Look at this, a bit of pronation coming up. Zeranov turning it back his way. And there's somebody's elbow coming off. And it is Matyushenko. The 100 kilo category, extremely large as well. So many people right in there. Matyushenko is no big surprise for the final. Zeranov is not as an obvious name here. At least not on paper before we started it. There we go. Oh, there we go. And Zeranov forces a rematch.
Georgi Zeranov forces a rematch in the 100. Zeranov forces a rematch in the 100. While they are catching their breath, we are on to the men's 110. The men's 110 with one loss in the qualifiers.
Georgi Zeranov has taken the undefeated streak away from Matyushenko. One, two. And there it is. Zeranov turns it around.
Georgi Zeranov takes the World Championship title. We will continue with the plus 110. We will continue with the plus 110 final. The 110 is still being handled. In the plus 110 kilo, with one loss in the qualifiers, coming by the way of the semifinals, representing Russia, Dmitry Silayev. And it's a 1-1, the deciding rematch. Welcome back to stage, Vitaly Laletin, Giorgio Rostomashvili. We have finished the finals. We have finished the finals. And we will be doing the award ceremony in a few minutes. We will be doing the award ceremony in a few minutes' time as we set up stage. Please stay with us and celebrate the world champions. I will say when they come up.
Yes. Chibi, you are free now. May you help?
I'm actually leaving.
is the world champion. We move to the women's 70 kilos. The women's 70 kilos. In third place, representing Hungary, Ivna Ivanki. In second place, representing Kazakhstan, Tatiana Rubina. And the champion, representing Brazil, Gabriela Vasconcelos. Antonia